What's up, everyone? This is Jay from Revolution Radio, and a lot of people are talking about this headline that the New York Times recently published: EPA to limit science used to write public health rules. I've had some people ask me, a little confused about what this actually entails. Some people saying that they believe that it had to do more with, I think because you see EPA, they think it had to do more climate change. And it doesn't. It actually, I mean, it does, but not, that's not the primary um, concern here. So basically, I'm going to go over this real quick. Um, a new draft of the Environmental Protection Agency proposal um, titled Strengthening Transparency in Regulatory Science would require that scientists disclose all of their raw data, including confidential medical records, before the agency could consider an academic study's conclusion. Um, so, what does that mean? Why is that problematic? And why would they do this? There is essentially what this means is that any study done where all of the subject's information has not been verified could potentially null and void the conclusion of the study. Um, and that is massively problematic, especially if it is you know, if it were to act in retrograde, so to speak, and so that dating back under the EPA all studies that have done, because you'd be surprised how hard it's going to be to get all of the medical records for all the participants in every study. I guarantee you that probably 99% of all studies done would be really hard to get, and they probably won't be able to. So it could just blow up everything that we know right now, as far as what we've been told by scientists and so forth. So why, what's problematic about it, aside from what I just said, which is huge, uh, that would retroactively destroy 100 plus years of scientific discoveries, essentially. Um, but what it could also do is, so there was a study on mercury and its damages to human life. And they took like about 22,000 people. This is an old study. And they discovered, like we all know now, that mercury will kill you and that it is very dangerous. But if the EPA were to get its way, that could no longer be a valid statement that mercury will kill you. Why? Because we can't get all of the participants' medical records. Now that's really important because as where common sense, it's mercury is not good for you. Radiation, and where I think a lot of this goes to is lead. It's going to effectively make all of these studies that have been done on things like lead, radiation, mercury, um, unofficial. There will be the same standards will not apply to um, manufacturing, to our resources. Meaning this. Why would they do this? It's this. Because they can make paint that has mercury in it. The lead levels in our water aren't going to be so stringent. And we are on the precipice of a water crisis. Just like Canada, our pipes are corroded and in much need of replacement. Um, so that's what all of this could do, is completely deregulate what we already know and accept as being bad for us. and allow more of those contaminants into what we consume and what we use on a daily basis. I don't know if this will pass. I don't know why they would want it to pass. It's deeply disturbing. And it makes me. This is one of those things with the Trump administration where I will defend them when they talk about the Steele dossier. I will argue that they don't work for Russia. But it's this kind of thing that makes me go, F them. I don't care if they get impeached. I don't care if we're done with this stupid president because of things like this. It makes no sense. Outright hurting people is the only result. It and I say that because in the proposal, nowhere does it say moving forward we're going to need the medical data and the raw data. It does not say that. And one would think that that would be very important. In fact, it does make mention of past conclusions from studies and how they would be affected. I don't know how reliable any of this is, and I don't know if it's going to go through. But the idea that this is their move, this is their play, ultimately is just to poison Americans. And I've always said to all my Second Amendment friends, who I am with you, I am definitely with you. But if you think they're going to point a gun at you, you're crazy. It's going to be what's in your water and in your food that gets you way before they even show up. Anyway, guys, please like, subscribe. I will be trying to cover out the crap show that is the impeachment hearings tomorrow and moving forward. Also in the future, probably before this weekend, I want to do a story about the Seminole Indians and pirates because it's pretty cool. Yeah, and anyway, the main show you can find us on at Revolution Radio on iTunes, Google, Anchor, all the places that you find podcasts and junk. Anyway, thanks a lot, guys. Have a good one.